Advancements in technology are transforming international marketing and research like many other fields. AI and machine learning analyze vast data to predict trends in consumer behaviors. Social media analytics offer real-time insights, while blockchain can ensure data integrity and transparency. Additionally, virtual and augmented reality create immersive consumer experiences. These technologies enable precise targeting, efficient campaign management, and enhanced customer engagement, positioning businesses to compete effectively in global markets. Embracing these tools is essential for modern marketing strategies around the world. The optimal solution is to take advantage of technology as it is available to us at the time we live in and then push forward. The overview slide that I had was a backdrop of former Lansing Mayor David Hollister and city engineer at the time Ray Tadgerson, along with Professor David Close and myself. Close and I were fortunate to connect with Hollister and Tadgerson on the Second Shift project. We captured how Hollister, Tadgerson, and their team convinced General Motors to change their mind about closing the GM plant in Lansing, and not only kept the GM Lansing Grand River Assembly plant open in Lansing, Michigan, but also built the GM Lansing Delta Assembly plant. Competitive intelligence and technology drove the positive outcome. Close and I used some 900 pages of qualitative research notes from interviews with every possible political and business leader in Greater Lansing to codify a six-dimensional framework for how our community came together to keep a major multinational corporation in town. One of the features of the solution was to use technology to do competitive intelligence on a GM factory in Brazil that could serve as the new blueprint for the Grand River Assembly plant, and then build that plant on the same footprint that the old plant sat on downtown Lansing without stopping production during car production during the building process. The complete title of the book is Second Shift, the inside story of the Keep GM movement. We did numerous launches around the community, and the startup picture was from one of those launches and signing ceremonies at the R.E. Olds Transportation Museum. Since we're in a session on utilizing technology, a 2-minute animated version of the six-dimensional second shift framework seems logical to me, and it could be a fun experience for everyone to check out. This framework has been used to solve similar issues in several communities around the world. Let's see what the animated version of that six-dimensional framework looks like.
When car-making giant General Motors decided to close its plant in Lansing, Michigan in 1996, one person, the city's newly elected mayor, stood up and said no. Initially, it was the cry of a man in the wilderness. Not once in its century-long history had GM reversed a decision to close a plant. But Mayor David Hollister quietly went to work building the Lansing Works Keep GM movement and succeeded in defying all the odds. Hollister's collaborative problem-solving approach, the Second Shift model, succeeded in bringing together state and regional politicians, economic developers, private sector firms, labor unions, educators, and residents of the region. The Second Shift model is a dynamic, collaborative management model that saved a U.S. manufacturing city. Hollister's coalition implemented a strategic, six-dimensional framework to achieve the seemingly impossible: identifying, name the challenge and its impact; partnering, develop meaningful relationships; building, construct your strategy as you go; solving, engage in constant problem solving; celebrating, mark successful milestones; and persevering, adapt and endure. It is powerful, persuasive, and well organized. The Lansing Works Keep GM movement was a victory of people over bureaucracy, of a can-do attitude over cynicism. It's proof positive that when the public and private sectors work together as equal partners, both sides come away winners. One of the great business sagas of modern times, Second Shift, provides a proven, practical design for problem solving that anyone can apply in any business or community, large or small.
Less technology oriented and more storytelling before we get into this session's content. We wrote much of the book of Second Shift at a local Grand Traverse Pike Company location, the one specifically on Hagedorn and Grand River in East Lansing, as shown in this picture. Ray Tadgerson on the left, and David Close and Mayor David Hollister on the right, with Terry in the middle, and I'm on the left, of course. Terry's team put together the 1-hour PBS documentary on the Second Shift story. That's fascinating if you want to check it out also. If you have a deeper interest in the Second Shift story and how we use some 900 pages of research notes, on the other hand, involving interviews with 36 political and business leaders to codify the six-dimensional framework used by Mayor David Hollister and engineer Ray Tadgerson to convince General Motors to not only keep the GM Lansing Grand River assembly open, but also build the GM Lansing Delta assembly. We were part of what's called Talks at Google on the book and the project. I think Google found our Brazilian intelligence via technology means fascinating, and the GM turnaround on closing the Lansing plant, which has never been done before, that turned out to be an invitation to do a talk at Google. It's about an hour long and captures the story of Hollister, Tadgerson, and their team. And the direct link to the YouTube clip is in the bottom right of the screen, as you can see. You can also go to the YouTube page for Talks at Google and search on Second Shift and get there. So check that out if you find it interesting. Now, with that brief example and a little bit of a different setup for this session than the other sessions we've had, the Second Shift story should resonate with some of you, and it's interesting overall. Well, with that, welcome to today's session on utilizing technology in international marketing research. Imagine harnessing the power of advanced analytics, AI, and real-time data to decode consumer behavior across the globe. This is the frontier where technology meets marketing, enabling us to uncover insights that drive strategic decisions and innovative campaigns. We'll explore cutting-edge tools and techniques transforming how businesses understand and engage with diverse markets in this session, and get ready to do a deep dive, frankly, into the world of technology. Not only bridges cultural gaps, but also propels marketing success to new heights. That's our goal. We can start with a brief introduction to how technology is revolutionizing data collection, analysis, and reporting in international marketing research, and then get into more details as the session moves along, and then we'll take some guesses on where perhaps we're going as well. So let's kick us off with the automation tools and efficiency related to it. For example, automation tools streamline data collection processes, reducing human error and time consumption. Automated surveys, web scraping, and chat bots allow researchers to gather large volumes of data quickly and accurately, enhancing overall efficiency. In China, for example, Alibaba uses automated chatbots for customer service data collection, processing millions of interactions daily to improve customer experiences and operational efficiency. Advanced analytics, including AI and machine learning, enable deeper analysis and pattern recognition. These technologies transform raw data into actionable insights, allowing marketers to predict trends, personalize campaigns, and make data-driven decisions with greater precision. As an example, in the United States, Netflix employs AI-driven analytics to analyze viewer data from around the globe, enabling personalized content recommendations and strategic decisions on new content production. And then interactive dashboards and visualization tools revolutionize how data is reported and understood. These tools present complex data in visually engaging ways, making it easier for stakeholders to interpret findings and make informed decisions based on real-time data. As an example, in the United Kingdom, the National Health Service, NHS, uses data visualization dashboards to monitor public health trends and resource allocation, enhancing decision-making and public health response efforts. To start a little bit more of the details, various digital tools can of course be used for data collection, including online surveys, mobile apps, web analytics, as we discussed in a variety of different sessions. Online survey platforms like SurveyMonkey, Qualtrics, Google Forms, and so on enable researchers to create and distribute surveys globally. They offer features such as real-time data collection, automated analysis, and easy customization. For example, in the European Union, the Eurobarometer uses online surveys to gather public opinion in that case informing EU policy decisions. Mobile apps facilitate data collection through user-friendly interfaces and interactive features. They are particularly effective in reaching diverse populations and collecting real-time data. In India, for example, the mHealth app collects health data from rural populations, improving healthcare delivery and monitoring public health trends in that particular country. Web analytics tools like Google Analytics track and analyze user behavior on websites. As we probably all know, these tools provide insights into traffic sources, user engagement, and conversion rates, helping businesses optimize their online presence. As an example, in Brazil, e-commerce companies leverage web analytics to understand consumer behavior, enhance user experience, and boost online sales. Let's look at the use of mobile devices for research, highlighting SMS surveys, mobile apps, and geolocation data collection, along with international examples demonstrating their effectiveness, as I typically do for a number of these different content-oriented topics. SMS surveys, we can also talk about text here, allow researchers to reach participants via text messages, making them ideal for areas with limited internet access. They offer high response rates, typically, and immediate feedback. In Nigeria, for example, SMS surveys were used to gather real-time data on public health issues during the Ebola outbreak, aiding in rapid response efforts. Mobile apps provide a versatile platform for data collection, integrating multimedia, interactive surveys, and real-time reporting. They are particularly useful for longitudinal studies and engaging diverse demographics. In Kenya, for example, the M-Survey app collects consumer feedback via mobile, providing businesses with valuable insights into customer satisfaction and market trends. Geolocation data from mobile devices allow researchers to track movement patterns and location-based behaviors. This data is invaluable for studies on urban planning, for example, transportation and public health as well. As an example, in the United States, researchers use geolocation data to study mobility patterns during the COVID-19 pandemic, informing public health interventions and policy decisions. Based on the information in the FedEx and technology video that we're getting up to at this particular point in the session, what kind of company is FedEx considered to be today? An international transportation company, a global supply chain company, or an international marketing company? What kind of FedEx story did I create? Let's listen in to myself.
FedEx is consistently recognized as one of the most admired brands in the world. The company is headquartered in Memphis, Tennessee, in the United States. The FedEx story started in 1965 when Yale University undergraduate Fred Smith wrote a term paper that ended up inventing an industry. In the paper, Fred Smith talked about the logistical challenges facing pioneering firms in the information technology industry. Most air freight shippers relied on passenger route systems, but those didn't make economic sense for urgent shipments, according to Smith. Today, with 95% of the world's consumers living outside the United States, FedEx has focused on making international shipping as easy as possible for customers who want to connect with opportunity in global markets. In reality, FedEx has become a marketing company concentrating on country markets to serve. Their global strategy is far less about transportation or even supply chain management. That they will deliver on time everywhere is not taken for granted. Customers expect more, and FedEx revamped its global strategy to serve markets with a variety of services, from simple delivery to managing a company's entire global logistics.
Whether it's FedEx and their expected tracking system or other forms of technology, our expectation as customers is that these technology-based systems are increasingly becoming more intelligent. How AI and machine learning, for example, are applied in data analysis to identify patterns and insights that might not be evident through traditional methods, that is part of our expectation. AI algorithms automate data processing and uncover complex patterns in large data sets, enhancing the ability to make predictive analysis and strategic decisions that would be difficult to achieve manually. For example, in Japan, Sony uses AI to analyze customer feedback and market trends, allowing for more accurate predictions of consumer behaviors and product development. Machine learning models learn from data over time, identifying subtle patterns and relationships. This adaptive capability allows for continuous improvement in data analysis and insight generation. In the United Kingdom, for example, a company that I've studied a lot is Tesco. It's a large grocery chain I wrote about in a book titled Extending the Supply Chain with Ken Boyer and Mark Froelich. Check it out if you're interested. They employ machine learning to analyze purchasing data, optimizing inventory management, and personalized marketing strategies based on customer buying patterns. The idea of big data has almost become archaic, but the role of big data in understanding global consumer trends, including data sources, processing, and analysis technique, is still very much important. Big data leverages diverse sources, typically such as social media, transaction records, sensor data, and online behavior to capture a comprehensive view of consumer activities and preferences. For example, in the United States, Amazon, as we know, collects vast amounts of data from its e-commerce platform to analyze consumer trends and personalize shopping experiences. Advanced data techniques like data mining, ETL, extract, transform, load, ETL processes, and cloud computing, for example, enable the efficient handling and storage of massive data sets, ensuring timely and accurate insights. In China, as another example, Alibaba's use of cloud computing and data processing techniques facilitates real-time analysis of consumer data during major shopping events like Singles Day, as just one example. Techniques such as predictive analytics coming into vogue more and more, perhaps sentiment analysis and clustering help identify patterns, trends, and consumer sentiments as well, providing insights for strategic decision making. In Germany, BMW uses predictive analytics to analyze big data from connected vehicles, enhancing customer service and optimizing product processes based on consumer usage patterns. Big data does not mean we can have everything all the time in terms of data and research. Use wisely and adopt the mentality of balancing lots of data with little data even, but appropriate amounts for the research questions that need to be addressed. I'm being a bit cute on the single panel comic from Shep Hyken's team. Adopt the Swedish neutral mentality, frankly. I even color-coded it with the Swedish colors. As it turns out, the classic Swedish neutrality is not as strong anymore since we joined NATO in 2024, but I'm still going to stick with that neutrality-oriented thing and say too much data is too much, too little data is too little. We got to land somewhere in a happy medium on that particular case, and Shep Hyken and his team's single panel comic speaks to that. Well, moving away from big data and perhaps collecting everything, as in the comic we just saw, we turn our focus back to more manageable issues, such as social media platforms for data collection and sentiment analysis. Social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, or X, and Instagram provide a rich source of user-generated data, capturing real-time insights into consumer behavior, preferences, and trends. For example, in India, brands use Twitter or X to gather feedback on new product launches, allowing for immediate consumer sentiment analysis and adjustments. And in essence, we can end up with big data doing this. We can also end up with data on everything and nothing, depending on what we analyze. Sentiment analysis algorithms analyze social media posts to gauge public emotions and opinions towards brands, products, and campaigns, helping marketers understand consumer attitudes. For example, in the United States, Coca-Cola employs sentiment analysis to monitor social media reactions to its marketing campaigns, enabling quick adjustments based on consumer feedback. Insights from social media data and sentiment analysis guide the development of targeted marketing strategies, personalized content, and engagement tactics, enhancing the effectiveness of international campaigns. So in Brazil, Natura uses social media insights to tailor marketing messages that resonate with local cultural preferences, driving higher engagement and sales. And social media platforms help identify emerging trends and preferences, allowing companies to stay ahead of market shifts, we hope, and innovate accordingly. In South Korea, as another example, fashion brands monitor Instagram trends to quickly adapt their collections to the latest consumer preferences, maintaining market relevance. Real-time monitoring of social media allows companies to swiftly address negative sentiment and manage public relations crisis, protecting brand reputation. And then lastly, as an example, in the United Kingdom, Tesco uses social media listening tools to identify and respond to customer complaints promptly, mitigating potential PR issues that may arise. Moving on to GIS, or Geographic Information Systems, the use of GIS technology can be effectively done to analyze geographical data for international market segmentation, international site selection, and international targeted marketing. For international market segmentation, GIS technology analyzes geographical data to identify distinct market segments based on location-specific characteristics, such as demographics, consumer behavior, and economic conditions. In the United States, Starbucks uses GIS to segment markets by analyzing population density and income levels, tailoring their marketing strategies to different urban and suburban areas. For international site selection, GIS tools assist in selecting optimal locations for new stores, offices, or facilities by evaluating factors like proximity to target markets, competition, and accessibility. In Australia, McDonald's employs GIS to determine new restaurant locations by assessing traffic patterns, nearby businesses, and population demographics, ensuring high foot traffic and visibility. For international targeted marketing, GIS enables targeted marketing campaigns by mapping customer locations and preferences, allowing for geographically tailored promotions and advertisements. In Germany, our friends in Sweden, IKEA, uses GIS to analyze customer distribution and launch localized marketing campaigns, offering promotions specific to regions with high potential customer bases. What are the potential uses of blockchain technology? We mentioned it up front in this particular session and a few other sessions to enhance the security and integrity of research data across international boundaries, blockchain technology. For data security and privacy, blockchain technology can ensure secure and encrypted data storage, preventing unauthorized access and tampering. Its decentralized nature makes it resilient to hacking and data breaches. For example, in Estonia, the government uses blockchain to secure digital identifiers and healthcare records, ensuring data privacy and security across its digital services. For data integrity and transparency, blockchain's immutable ledger maintains a transparent and verifiable record of all data transactions, ensuring data integrity and accountability in research. As an example here, in the European Union, Horizon 2020 projects use blockchain to ensure the integrity of research data, providing transparent and tamper-proof records for collaborative international research. For cross-border collaboration, blockchain facilitates the secure and seamless sharing of research data across international borders, enhancing collaboration while protecting intellectual property and sensitive information. And as an example on this one, in Japan, Sony is developing blockchain-based systems for secure sharing of educational and research data with international partners, fostering global academic collaboration. For consent management, blockchain can manage and verify participant consent in research studies, ensuring compliance with ethical standards, as we've talked about a lot in this course, as well as legal requirements across different jurisdictions. In Canada, for example, the University of British Columbia has been exploring blockchain for managing patient consent in clinical trials, enhancing trust and compliance in multi-center international studies. As with most topics we cover, there are challenges and limitations of the technology. Ensuring data privacy and obtaining informed consent are critical when using advanced technologies. Researchers, of course, must comply with varying international data protection regulations to safeguard participant information. For example, in Europe, again, the General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR, that we've talked about a few times, mandates strict data privacy standards affecting how international companies collect and handle personal data. The digital divide also poses a limitation, as unequal access to technology can lead to biased data and exclude certain populations, particularly in developing and less developed countries. In sub-Saharan Africa, for example, limited internet access can hinder the effectiveness of online surveys and mobile app-based research, necessitating alternative data collection methods. The ethical use of AI and automation involves ensuring transparency, avoiding bias, and maintaining human oversight to prevent unethical outcomes and misuse of technology. In the United States, for example, AI applications and predictive policing have raised ethical concerns about bias and transparency, prompting calls for stricter regulations and ethical guidelines. Advanced technologies must be adapted to respect cultural norms and contexts, avoiding cultural insensitivity and ensuring relevance and acceptance in diverse international settings. In China, for example, international companies must navigate cultural differences in consumer behavior when using AI-driven marketing strategies, ensuring their approaches align with local values and practices, not just do what we say what we do type stuff. In a couple of earlier sessions, I made some hopefully sophisticated guesses on the future of various topics in international marketing research. Let's do that again. Predictions now for new technologies on the horizon that will further impact international marketing research, like virtual reality and augmented reality for market testing. May look something like this based on a few examples around the world, although guesses in this particular topic area may become a little bit harder than earlier sessions. Virtual reality, or VR, can allow for immersive market testing, providing realistic simulations of products and environments. This technology enables detailed consumer feedback and behavioral analysis in a controlled setting. For example, in South Korea, Samsung uses VR to test new product designs and retail layouts, gaining insights into consumer preferences and optimizing customer experiences. Augmented reality, or AR, can enhance real-world environments with digital overlays, enabling interactive and engaging marketing experiences. It allows consumers to visualize products in their own space, driving higher engagement and purchase intent. For example, let's go back to my home country of Sweden, IKEA again. IKEA's AR app lets customers visualize furniture in their homes before purchase, enhancing the shopping experience and reducing return rates. AI-driven predictive analytics can provide deeper insights into consumer behavior and market trends, enabling more accurate forecasting and personalized marketing strategies. In the United States, Netflix again uses AI to predict viewer preferences and recommend content, improving user satisfaction and retention globally even. Blockchain technology can ensure secure and transparent data transactions, enhancing trust in data integrity and protecting against data breaches in international research collaborations. In Estonia, for example, the government utilizes blockchain for secure e-governance and data management, ensuring that integrity and security are there of sensitive data across international borders. I don't think I'm guessing too far out, since what I just went through in terms of VR, AR, and AI, as well as blockchain technologies, have been used to some degree, at least in international marketing research. Let's see if these options become more widespread in international marketing research soon. Well, given that my guesses on new technologies in the previous slide were not too far out, let's kick in another Shep Hyken single panel comic. This one suggests AI can make us smarter. Well, AI will help us be more effective and efficient, and could even make us appear to be smarter is the tagline. But we constantly need to check the reliability and validity of what AI gives us, I think. It will be interesting to see what kind of filtering mechanisms can be developed to make sure that what we get from AI is not just noise, as we call it in international marketing research. We got to calibrate the scales, and in this case, calibrate the information. We already know the error variance of what is true on social media is far off in many cases. How far off is it really on ChatGPT and the likes? And interestingly, very limited research on that so far, but it's definitely there to stay, and it definitely enhances perhaps the intelligence of each of us as well. I'm going to take the AI and ChatGPT out for a spin as we get to the assignment for this particular session. So far, we've had 3 assignments that capture different aspects of international marketing research with some analytical overlay. Let's go to my home country of Sweden, and as a reminder, not that you need one, but as a reminder, I'm a dual citizen of Sweden and the United States, naturalized citizen in 2004 in the United States. Anyway, Sweden, as a country of about 10 million people, same size in population as Michigan that I'm sitting in doing this particular session or taping. Sweden, interestingly enough, is top in the world in pop music business, and you can read about that and all the different stars and artists that have gone to Sweden to tape and do music. You can read about that in the article, but the CMR article describes how Sweden developed a music mindset and a music business ecosystem, became a music business giant worldwide, and used analytics, interestingly and importantly, to drive the music business forward. Building on the uniqueness of the Stockholm-based industry cluster, Stockholm is the capital of Sweden, my son and I, Daniel, came up with 5 takeaways in this article that are interesting for business, way beyond the music aspect of the story. Optimizing the customer experience, engaging in the business ecosystem, focusing on brand popularity, increasing the customer base, and creating a brand hook and emotions. And the assignment takes on a slightly different twist. You may have used it before, and that's fine, but the assignment focuses on integrating some of the ideas from this California Management Review article and the session that we just did on utilizing technology in international marketing research. Specifically, select a company headquartered in a European country, any European country. Select 2 to 3 topics from the article and 2 to 3 topics from the session, or more, and discuss how they can be applied to enhance the company's international marketing research and strategies, providing, as usual, specific examples and a cohesive analysis. Well, tack on what's coming next. For this more tech-oriented assignment, make sure to also incorporate the use of AI tools like ChatGPT, or any AI tools, but ChatGPT is an easy one. In this case, to assist in identifying relevant patterns, generating insights, and drafting parts of your essay, integrating the California Management Review story with the session material that I went through and what that may entail. Then add a short reflection on how AI enhanced your research process for this paper and the quality of your analysis. And more details, as usual, can be found in the rubric if you want to check that out as well. So have fun with that assignment, and hopefully it's an engaging technology-oriented assignment. Hope you have noticed the convenient overlaps in the materials from session to session. You're going to see the ethics, the culture, the technology, a whole host of different overlaps and reinforcements, and I hope you find that valuable. Obviously, we're adding newer content each time because the topics do change. I think this works well for building what I see as a toolkit in international marketing research, and I hope you like that approach. Until next time, have fun with the more tech ChatGPT AI-oriented assignment.